big coming Carlos said he had a lit pregame and I could pull up on him. Tryna roll. For real? Bet. Pull up to the pregame. Yeah. Pull up to the pregame. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Hey. Pull up to the pregame. Yeah. Pull up to the pregame. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Catch a vibe, come and meet the team. Come and kick it with your fave 3. Chop it with us, come and join the stream. Trust me, y'all, it's must see. It's a culture party if you partaking. Hottest podcast, it ain't no debating. It's ringing off cause it's so engaging. Let's keep it talk. You won't find this on no other page. This kind of talk, this kind of cloth right here is tailor-made. What up, love? Tryna have fun, we the plugged in. It's for the people so the culture win. Need an outlet, then tap in. Come tap in. We keep it fresh with the content. Yeah. We even got Bash Stop from Carolina Blitz. And Shot from P&P. They're a perfect fit. Cause what's the point of a pregame if it ain't lit? It's lit. It's lit. It's lit.
Yo, we in the building. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pregame podcast. We lit, we live, and while y'all edit, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Vashti, what's up with you?
Hey.
That's a little more, look. Y'all, that's some more energy. You see that? Look, that was a different kind of hey. You just like,
don't start with me today. Don't start with me, Carlo.
Usually it's like a hey. This time it was a little hey. Like it was different. Okay, Vashti different 2020. She different 2025, y'all.
I might swerve in that corner. Whoa.
I see you. You like that new
song?
Do
you understand during the season, Thursday is like my busiest day of the week. So by the time I come on here with y'all, I'm spent.
I believe you. And I understand. Like I don't understand. I can empathize because I don't understand everything you got going on. But I appreciate it. And you show up every time with no excuse. Look, you getting already love. Okay, face card.
Period.
Look at that.
Why can't I see the comments?
I still don't understand this. It should be a button that you press when you log in to say view.
It didn't
comments.
give me that option.
You're getting a lot of love right now. Look,
thank you.
You're a fan favorite. You're a fan favorite.
Yeah, that's because I be coming on here with no makeup. I be struggling. I had to give a little face today because I just taped a little TV shindig. So if you have Spectrum, check me out at like 10:30.
Bet. Spectrum 10:30. You heard it here first at the pregame. Spectrum 10:30. Make sure y'all show support. Vashti, if she reposts, make sure y'all repost. We love Carolina Blitz around here, so make sure 10:30 pull up. All right, we got a lot of people in here already. Make sure y'all continue to like, comment, subscribe. Vashti, do you know what a few days? Like I think it's the 11th. Do you know what the 11th is to the pregame podcast?
Probably a year.
A year. We made it. We made it a whole year. A whole year. We doing this.
Where's Shad?
Shad. Okay, so that's another thing. Announcement. Happy Founders Day to all the Sigmas, Phi Beta Sigma. He is a Sigma along, Dave, they're Line Brothers. He has to speak at an engagement tonight. So he couldn't be here. He had to let me know earlier today. So happy Founders Day to all the Sigmas out there. So Shad isn't here, but it's all good. He'll be here next week. And hopefully in 2025, we'll get our 2025 crew back. Everybody's in here on the same time. So if you're new here, like I said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And if you are new, actually, before I get into the new piece, put in the chat, if you have been here from the jump, I want y'all to type in, I was here. Put in, I was here. If you've been rocking with us since January 11th, 2023, when we first started this podcast, put in, I was here. because I definitely want to show y'all some love. Then you're getting a lot of love. You're getting a lot of love in the chat. Shoot your shot, David. You know what I'm saying? He said he
I
gonna
might swerve in that corner, whoa.
he gonna swerve in that corner.
Why
Whoa.
are we doing this, Carlo, today?
Because it's fun. Look, I have a lot of energy today. It's been a long week, but I came with some energy. It's 1 year. We made it a year. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they say when you start stuff, it's hard to continue it, and you make it up to a year. I came with some energy today. And I got some
Okay.
fun things. I got some fun things. You weren't here last week, but I got a new segment that we started that I don't tell y'all about. I just got some stuff for y'all to react to in person. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, you don't tell who about? Oh, me?
You and Shot, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
We're gonna have some fun. So, for those, if you are new here, welcome. One thing we always start off with is what you're pulling up with, right? And so that really means if you remember going to a pregame, you never came to a pregame empty-handed. You always brought
I
something.
did.
You was one of them ones. Why? You pulled up nothing in your hand, but an
My presence is the present.
Okay. Hey, I ain't mad at you.
No, if it's some ladies, but if some guys invite me to the pregame, like if it's a party, okay. I like a birthday party or something. But if it's like a pregame before we go to the club, like no. Like
not
the
bringing
alcohol should be provided.
Word.
People should have already eaten because the expectation is that you're going out. What am I gonna bring?
But
Other than the
okay, but
vibe.
what about now? What about now? Like that's back in the day type stuff. You going now, and they
I'm
let's
at
pull up
home. And I only do day parties, so listen, I am washed.
I feel that. Name it's not washed. That's smart. That's
So
smart.
yeah,
That's smart. It's not being washed. That is smart. Day parties.
I barely get out. So if I'm pre-gaming, it's gonna have to be at the crib while I'm getting dressed. Otherwise, I'm not gonna make the function if I gotta go to a pre-party before the party.
So basically, your pregame is you and Sheba. That's it. And your music.
That's it. That's all I need right there.
Oh, I'm not mad at it. We'll get into
all
some
I
music and
need.
stuff later because we'll get into that. But for those who know, like I said, when you pull up to the pregame podcast, we ask you to bring something not tangible, but really just more so telling us how your week was. How's your day? Right. So what are you pulling up with? What kind of energy are you pulling up with? So Vashti, you know how this goes. What you pulling up with?
Gratitude.
That's good. You wanna expound, or is just gratitude for everything you got going on?
Gratitude. Carolina Blitz ended the quarter strong fourth quarter for the brand. So yeah, gratitude.
For sure. I'm excited. I think 2025 is gonna be up for you. I do.
Huh? Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do. I got a feeling.
Okay.
I got a feeling.
Well, we hope so. You know what I mean?
I just got to look. Sometimes saying you feel it in your shana, you feel it in your gut. So I feel it. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. For me, as y'all can tell, I'm pulling it with a lot of energy today. I am excited. I'm grateful for, and I've said this before, but I'm grateful for Vashti, for Shad joining me on this journey. It's been fun. I'm excited about like some of the really cool ideas that I got brewing. For the pregame, whether it be segments, we're gonna do a whole nother basically a facelift of the pregame. So I got some new designs coming up. As you can see, we got new software, new logo, all those fun things that are in the works. So yeah, I'm excited. 2025 is gonna be up. We're gonna do some live shows. We're gonna have a good time. A lot of guests trying to get together. So make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all put that notification bell on because it is up. You hear me? It's up. All right, so the first thing we're gonna start off with a new segment that I started last week. Let me pull it up here, but it's called Pregame Live Reactions. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up some videos. Those videos can pertain to a little bit of anything that's going on, and I want you to get your live reaction to it. All right. So I know exactly what these things are. It could be a video, it could be a song, it could be a picture, it could be a whole bunch of different things, right? And I want your honest opinion. And I'm gonna give my honest opinion about it too. But we're gonna start off with something that happened last week. So let me pull up this before I share my screen.
And then some.
All right, let me pull that up. All right, so everyone watched the game last week. The Panthers beat the Falcons. We'll get into that a little bit later on. But something, I was watching it. So you were at the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were at the game. So I wasn't at the game, but I was watching this live. And I saw this happen. The sound should be on, but you don't really care about the sound. It's what, and I'm going to break this down. We're going to watch the first part. So this is the Bryce Young second rushing touchdown.
Fake the handoff. Young out of the pocket, on the move. Young's going to run forward, and then some. Touchdown.
All right, so he scores a touchdown, and you know he's going to hit the squabble.
Panthers.
Hit the squabble.
Monster
But what happens after? Look who they put on the screen doing trying to do the squabble.
day for Bryce Young. Carolina goes in front.
I don't think she was trying to do the squabble.
What?
I really don't. Cause come on, Carlos. She wasn't trying to do the squabble. She was just cheering. Like, go, 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 go.
I beg to differ. Like, he literally hits the squabble right here. He's literally doing this right here. And then what is this? What's that? What's that?
She wasn't trying to squabble. She couldn't see. You can't see all that from up in the stands.
They got it on the Jumbotron.
Not real time like that. Maybe. Oh, okay. If you think she was trying to squabble, then okay. Okay.
I mean, we've seen the swag surf get nerfed. Is the squabble about to be gone?
No, because no. It has not been infiltrated yet.
So this right here, chat. What do y'all say? Am I tripping on this? Because I'm looking at it like, am I tripping?
No.
I'm not tripping.
Yes.
I'm tripping.
Yes.
How? It's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Listen, folks, you do not have to worry about this taking over like the dab. No.
She was definitely imitating what he was doing. She was in the moment. She was like, I don't know what to do. Like, she was imitating that. No?
No.
He said he wasn't squabbling. She was squawking. Wait, Deontay. Okay. All right. So I got a few people in the chat.
What did the other people say?
So everyone, I'm putting them in. Somebody said she tried it. She was trying. Somebody said no, ma'am. Like, it's the chat is more so agreeing with me. Do you need to see it one more time? I'm gonna do it one more time. One more time. So like, look, Bryce is in his bag game. We'll get into that squad. Look, he hitting it. She sees it. Look, she looking up too. Like, am I doing it right? No, I'm not. Let me stop.
No, don't worry about that. Y'all don't have to worry about this. Is not take this. No.
Hey, she was mad happy, David, mad happy. All right, look, whoever you are, if you see this, you just come on a pregame podcast. We'll teach you how to squabble. We'll have a teach you how to squabble pod. Just reach out, whoever you are. Just reach out to us. We got you. All right, so that's the first thing. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, come on. You gotta do it too.
I don't teach people how to dance. You gotta have it. If you don't have it, then that's it.
Word.
And I'm also not. I'm not. You get.
I got you. All right, just hit my line. All right, this right here. This ain't gonna.
I'm just saying.
That ain't gonna do it for me. You know what I mean?
Can't invite everybody to the cookout. Let us have our own stuff now.
I understand, but look, that's a whole nother.
We're not teaching.
Speaking of cookouts, though, that Westcott got his. We talked about this before. Shad and I. Adam Thielen's celebration bag is pretty deep. He's been invited to a few cookouts. Am I tripping?
I guess.
Vashta, usually, like, okay, so you not agreeing with nothing I'm saying. Okay, so it's one of them nights. All right, bet.
He can come by and get a plate.
So
he can't stay for the cars.
Can't stay for the cars. Nah, I feel that. That's when it get crazy. Yeah, that you gotta leave. Deontay said we all need a friend like Vashta to defend you in bad moments. I don't know if she's gonna defend you in the bad moments. She's gonna tell it like it is. Straight up. You need a
There
friend like
is.
Vashti, because Vashti is not a yes person. She is if you in the wrong, she gonna let you know you in the wrong, and that's what it is. Now, if you her friend, she'll defend you in public,
Oh yeah.
but she'll get you in private, and that's a good friend. That's a good friend. Somebody said she had to put him up. Let me at him. All right, cool. I appreciate that. All right, so the next one I want to do is a reaction to a song, right? So this song is fairly new. It came out. The artist is somebody who went to UNC Charlotte. So the artist's name is Yuri. I'm not. You may know who this person is, but he has a song out. We're only gonna play like 30 seconds of it just to get a nice little vibe because YouTube be tripping on the old copyright stuff. But I want to play a little bit, and I want to get your reaction. This something that you will ride to? Is this something you vibe with, or are you like, I don't know. I'll pass on that. Right. So the name of the song is called White Amy. Take it how you want it, but let's check it out. Let me know if you can hear this. You hear that? Y'all throw in 1 to 10, 1 to 10.
2 white lines with a credit card. Everything you do is on my heart. White ain't me. White ain't me. 2 white lines with your credit card. Everything you do is on my heart. White ain't me. White ain't me.
She sat there like, look, Vashti usually. Let me tell you how much I can tell Vashti love music, and that's why we here, because I love music too. She be when any sports take anything, she got that face like yeah, but she literally sat there and gave you the like she really thought about that. All right, give me live. This is live reactions. Did you know that this is gonna happen? No, but that's why I want
No.
your initial gut check reaction to Yuri's new single, White Amy.
It's a vibe.
Right?
It's a little bop.
Right?
I mean, it's a little bop. Obviously, White Amy is cocaine. But I need to see the other words. But yeah. EURE. I don't know what it stands for.
That's his
But
last name.
his last name is
Yuri, but he put the
he put the dots in between.
He put the dots in between, yeah.
Why? That look cooler?
I don't know. Maybe we can bring him on. Maybe we'll bring him on.
Yeah, that's vibey though.
Explain it.
That's
Yeah.
vibey. I'm gonna actually play the whole thing when we get off here.
I like it. Okay, what do y'all think? First off, while the chat is throwing in their thoughts on it, I thought it was a vibe. It's a vibe that you can play in the car. It's a vibe you can play in the house while you're cleaning up. It's a vibe you just sitting there with the candle lit in the house, just chilling. Like it's a
You know this guy?
I do. I think you may know him too. You may know him too. You might. He was pretty popular at UNC Charlotte. He was a Q. He ran track. He did a few different things there. But yeah, this is dope. I didn't know that he was an artist. And he posted this on Instagram, and I was like, yo, I know Yuri. Let me check him out. And I was like, yo, this is a bop. I like it.
Yeah.
So I've listened to it a few times. So I wanted the initial reaction. I see a lot of people in the chat. He said, I'm feeling it. Now you know, David, why it's called White Amy. We just talked about it. Deontay said, I'm rocking with it. Going to be cool to see his development for sure. Where do you go from here? Right. That's always the biggest thing. Let's see. Somebody said, face turquoise music note. Oh, I guess that was a thing. Okay, cool. I missed that. Somebody said, I freak with it. I rock with it. Okay. Somebody said, type his name in the chat so we can listen. So it's E.U.R.E. I believe. So Yuri, that's how you spell it. Cool. All right. Last thing. This is gonna be like a music type of day. Last thing I want to react to is this video. So let me pull it up here. Boom. All right, here we go.
Weekend.
Oh.
Now, Bruno, the other barbershop debate we was having was if you did do a versus and you battled the Weekend.
Oh.
I said Bruno.
Toe to toe, Charlamagne. You heard me the first time? Toe to toe.
I said Bruno over the Weekend. I said that.
Oh, come on.
What do you think,
Weekend's
Anderson?
great.
All right. They said if they did a versus, Bruno Mars versus The Weeknd, who do you got winning? Based on your style, your vibe, or who you listen to, who you got?
Y'all not gonna like me for this, but I'm really not a fan of either one of them.
What?
Here we go. It is period. Period. Like literally, I might have one Bruno Mars song, maybe, on my like downloaded songs. I mean, I think I know one The Weeknd song. It didn't click with me. So this is one of those things I'm not even tuning in.
What?
I said what I said.
Why? What is it about them?
It's nothing about them particularly. It's just like
word.
It just ain't really. I guess I would probably be more familiar with Bruno Mars's catalog, but that's only because he's probably a bit more mainstream than The Weeknd. But then again, I don't know. Like this is one of those things I'm just gonna sit back on this one because neither of those guys really like. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
All right, so look, let me get my thoughts then, real quick. Let me cook. So I like both of these artists. Both of them are really different, which is interesting to have a versus with those type of artists. Bruno got the hits, right? Bruno can keep it upbeat. He can get the crowd going, especially if there's an audience. But I think somebody said in the chat, Weeknd has way too many songs. He can definitely bleed them out. But it's going to be weird going from a 24 karat to a slow song from Weeknd. But Weeknd got pop hits too. So from what I like, based on a versus, a crowd, I'm giving it to Bruno because Bruno can dance, Bruno can do all that. But Weeknd got a lot of hits. So that's how I feel about it. Let me see. That's when
Breaking news. The NFL has moved the Rams game to Arizona. The Weekend wild card game.
That's huge. And
the email said, in the interest of public safety, Monday's Vikings-Rams wild card game has been moved from SoFi Stadium to State Farm Stadium, the home of the Arizona Cardinals.
Wow.
The decision was made in consultation with public officials, the participating clubs, and the NFLPA.
Wow. So first and foremost, thoughts and prayers to everybody in Cali. Hope everyone is safe. If you are in Cali, please be safe. I know I have some family in Cali we've checked in on. They're safe. So thoughts and prayers to everyone who's lost homes, people who have lost lives, all of that. That's very interesting because that just shifts. That shifts a lot, and it puts the other team in home field advantage. So that should be interesting. That should be very, very interesting. Okay. Actually not home field. It's Los Angeles and who? I'm tripping, not home field.
Vikings.
And they're playing in Arizona, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's interesting. So it's basically neutral grounds. I'm tripping. I thought you said Minnesota. Neutral grounds. Okay. Very, very interesting. All right, so let's get into some content. First things first, while you're here, one thing that we want you all to do, another thing that we're going to do this year for different podcasts is called the Pregame's People's Choice, right? And basically what you can do is you throw things in the chat that you want us to review, right? So it could be either an album, a song, a show, a movie, and what we'll do is we'll go and review it. watch it, listen to it, whatever, and then come back and we'll have our discussion about it. So if you have an idea of what you want us to either watch, listen, experience, you drop it in the chat. We'll pick one. We'll shout you out. Heck, maybe we'll even bring you on to kind of say why you wanted us to do it, and we're going to review that on one of the podcasts. So make sure y'all drop these in. We're gonna pick it before we get off the podcast. And yeah, that'd be dope. So make sure y'all do that. Did you get a chance, Vashti, to catch the Drake freestyle that he dropped about LeBron fighting Iron? Did you get a chance to listen to that? Is that what are your thoughts on that?
Drake's so washed. Like, his decline over the past year is something that is going to be studied in hip hop circles for like in the future. Like, when they start having classes on hip hop, period, like, this is going to be one that's going to be studied. Not that he can't bounce back, but
Yeah,
it's coming off real cornballish on his end on all parts. Like, somebody tweeted, like, you gonna go after LeBron allegedly, but not the guy who been flaming you for the last year. Like, it's
facts.
real corny behavior. And he is literally just like, he looking real funny in the light, because everything that Lamar was saying about him, he is really proving his point. Like, Drake, man, what are you doing? Just go back to making music that the women like. Like, this is your lane. Get back into it.
Yeah. He's supposed to be
Like,
doing
get
that.
back into it. Like, we don't care about this. You not like, yeah, you can beef with them. This ain't your last beef. Like, this is done. Like, stop. Who is advising you? You
Nobody.
suing the music company? Like, this is real weirdo, corny, like, fed behavior. Stop.
You wanted to say light skin behavior. I know you did.
Well, no, because I don't do that whole light skin, dark skin stuff. I just think it's a way to divide us as people. So I don't like the whole light skin behavior. But he could be channeling the other side.
Fair enough. Oh, no. You know what? Matter of fact, no, I'm about to call you out like you called me out. What other side, Vashti?
His Jewish side.
All right. You heard it here first. So here's
the
my
Karen, the Karen side.
That's a good way to put it. My thing is, like, why would you even do something like that to somebody who can't rap back? Like, LeBron is not going to jump in a booth and be like this, that, and the third. Some of the things that he said, it felt like you were like breaking up with a girl, and you were just like, oh, I don't want to ruin your public image, but I know what you did last summer type vibes. Like, it was just really, really weird. And he was like, remember the time we met at this particular club and this, that, and the third, and we were bored. Like, it was just like, yo, take your L.
But what is he mad at though? Because LeBron went to a concert.
Yes, he went to a concert,
man.
and yeah, he went to a concert. He went to the pop out, and then also LeBron was caught. We talked about this on the pod a few weeks ago. He was at his 40th birthday, and he was singing a Kendrick Lamar song, and all this stuff is being recorded and publicized. And now he's feel like, I was on your show. We supposed to be boys, this, that, and the third, and now you out here doing. I'm like, yo, make look. He said that he was working on a Party Next Door R&B album for the ladies. Do that, bro. Just respond with music and leave that alone. Not respond with music as disses, but bro, what are you doing? Like, it's over, bro. It's over. Now it's just making it. He's making himself look 10,000 times worse, in my opinion.
Drake's surrounded by a bunch of yes men, because if he had real people in his corner, they would tell him, bro, stop, relax.
But
like, just take the L and move on. Like, people will forget. You put out a hit, like a hit. Kiki, do you love me? Are you right? Like, put out a hit and people will like, okay, Drake back.
Yeah.
But you doing this be in stuff. And it's not cool.
It's all he knows. And when you got everybody on payroll who's around you, they're not going to do anything to mess up their bag that they're getting from you. So it's always like, yeah, Drake, yeah. He did, yeah. Whatever you say, Drake, yeah. Like, that's different. But speaking of hits, did you hear that Jello ball?
I did.
What you think?
I mean, I cut it off before I got to the end. I
I
guess
feel that.
it has like that bounce beat of the bop 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 bop. It's the beat. I mean, he's not saying anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's got that New Orleans feel. It actually has an old school
It don't
like
give me
No
New
Limit
Orleans.
vibe.
Okay, the No Limit piece, yes. Yeah, it give me Dirty South
It
vibes for
really
sure.
give me No Limit vibes.
Mhm.
It sounds like an old No Limit song, and to the young people that's new, I've heard it before.
Yeah.
I listened to the flow. I really wasn't that impressed.
No, the chorus is the best part. The chorus is the best part. The verse is in, but Boosie tweeted him over this week was basically like, "Yo, send me open verse and stuff." So
Trying to ride the wave.
I
I
mean,
thought that was corny too.
him and Moneybagg, of course they all trying to ride the wave. That's what they're gonna do. But I think it was interesting. For me, the reason I like the chorus, at least the song, is it gives me nostalgic vibes of like back in the 2000s, right? When that style was out often. So that was interesting. Another thing that went viral this week, the tweet heard around the world. The tweet heard around the world. So if y'all did not know, shout out to Just Bland on Twitter. He posted a video of Bryce Young, some of his highlights, and he was basically saying, "Hey, look, he might be better than we thought." And this young man on my right, Garrett Wilson, who is a wide receiver for the New York Jets, tweeted 2 words that said he is, and everybody went up in flames. He's a Panther. He's this. He's that. What are your thoughts on just seeing all of this happen? Was it yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. It might have been the day. It might have been Monday. I can't remember. But either way, this happened. It might have been Tuesday. Anyway, this happened. Everybody went crazy. Panthers Twitter went crazy. What are your thoughts? And also, do you think this is a possibility?
Well, listen, guys don't tweet that kind of stuff just out the blue. All right. I don't know how Garrett is feeling in New Jersey. It seems like a really toxic environment all the way around. I'm not sure if he's happy. The Jets visited the Panthers. They were dicing, and Bryce didn't look like it, but he was dicing up the Jets in their joint practices during training camp. So, but I think this was a signal. Like, if you're interested, come get me. So don't sleep on it. Like, these guys don't just say stuff like that for no reason. So obviously what he's seen and the league is watching, what he's seen has piqued his interest. The Panthers are still in the market for, and I'm not out on Xavier Legette. I just think he's going to have to come around.
Yeah.
But they are looking for somebody who can, Thielen is kind of aging out. It didn't work with Deontay Johnson. So they are still looking for that number 1 receiver. And if receivers want to put up numbers, and if he feels like he can put up numbers with Bryce, like, this is what he was saying. This is not for Panthers fans. This is to the Panthers organization. Yo, come if you want to trade for me, come get me.
Come on now.
And that's just what it is.
And
it's not that right there. What he did is not just responding to a tweet. He didn't respond to NFL.com or the Panthers. He responded to a random, not even random, like Panthers fans know him, but to him, it's a random Panthers person who did not even at him or anything. Like, he knew exactly what he was doing. And it was very well done.
Extremely well done. How is that even on his algorithm, Vashti?
He looked for it. He searched for it.
Come on now. Exactly. He searched for it. He was looking at Bryce Young highlights. He saw it, found an opportunity to do it. Had to.
He searched Bryce Young. Absolutely. Very well done. And all he said was it was a Panther account that had enough following where he knew it would be seen. And then it took off. And yeah, Garrett told Dan Morgan, bruh, if you want me, come get me. So now it's Dan, do you want him?
Yeah. Look, let me tell you about this. One, I completely, you said you dropped some gems right here, Vashti. I'm gonna break this down. One, I agree about the Xavier Legette thing. I'm not out on him. I think he definitely needs to do some work. He knows he needs to take care of some work over the offseason. But I think that Garrett Wilson's game complements not only Xavier Legette and what he does. It's totally different, so it complements very well. But the way that Bryce Young plays with accuracy, with anticipation, all those different things, Garrett Wilson's game matches that. And I think that that will complement together very, very well. Also, a lot of people have been going back and forth on this. What is his value? How much do you trade for a Garrett Wilson? And some people are like, hey, it may have to be this year's first. What do you think based on things that you have seen with
Dan's
some of
not
these
giving
other
up a
things?
first round pick. Dan's not giving up a first round pick for him.
Why not? Because AJ Brown went for a first, and that was a few years ago when he got traded to the Eagles.
But how high was the first?
I can't remember. Whatever the Titans had.
I don't think
And
that
whoever the Eagles had.
now you could potentially trade back from 8 to a lower first round pick and then use that. But I just can't see them going with the 8th pick and giving that for him. I just can't see it.
Why not?
Because this also is a guy who you're gonna have to pay in what, this year?
Yeah. And so I think that's the biggest thing too. Now here's how I feel about it, right? If I don't mind trading first, because you gotta keep in mind where he got drafted 3 years ago. He got drafted pick 10, excuse me. So he is a first round pick, top 10 pick, all those different things. However, I think that the leverage is with Dan Morgan, Brant Tillis, and team because of the fact that we have to pay him. Similar to what happened with Brian Burns. Granted, it's different. Edge rusher, wide receiver, I understand all of that. But when you got someone who you have to pay, you have that leverage to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I have to use my resources, my cap space. How about a second? How about a third? You know what I mean? So, do you think what's the possibility in terms of percentage that something like this can get done? In your opinion?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where the Panthers have prioritized their drafting. They do a really good job of being hush hush about that, and I respect it. I do think that with the way the Panthers ended the season, they're going to prioritize
Defense.
really defense, of course, but really making a push to compete for the NFC South. So this is not necessarily like the rebuilding was this year and last year. Now it's time to get pieces to be competitive.
Yes.
And so I even said this. Did I say it on this podcast about the Lions before they even really popped off like that?
I don't think so, but talk to me.
But no, when the Panthers, not after New York, but after that, the win after New York, like I could feel in the locker room how the tide was changing, and then Bryce's play. So it's kind of like, it seems as if they're along that Lions like trajectory, and so
I agree.
you gotta have the weapons, and so we'll see. I don't know.
So that Kool-Aid coming out, is that what you're saying?
What Kool-Aid?
Oh, the Kool-Aid. You know we talk about the Kool-Aid all the time. The Kool-Aid. All right. So
Okay.
before we talk about Kool-Aid though, the Panthers are one of 4 teams that could potentially get a Hard Knocks forced experience during the summertime. You had a banger thread, and you dropped a few videos out. I go back and forth because the Hard Knocks, they always call it like the Hard Knocks curse, this, that, and the third. But we got some entertainers, like some people who be very, very, very entertaining on this team. And you dropped some videos. Robert Hunt, who I tweeted you back. I'm not sure if you saw it, but I was like, if we can get Robert Hunt on the show, I think he'll have some fun on this show, and I think he'll be absolutely hilarious. But Robert Hunt, you had Xavier Legette, you had a whole bunch of people. Even Bryce was showing personality on some of the videos you posted. Would you be down for it?
Yeah, of course. Now, the Lions, And they did Hard Knocks in 2022. And this is before they really went, let's see, 2023. 2022 was right after they showed promise. They still lost games, but toward the end of the season, they were a team on the rise. Very much so like this Panthers team.
Yeah.
But if I'm a producer for Hard Knocks, I'm taking a very close look at the Carolina Panthers. You have quarterback and Bryce Young, who is up and coming, but still has a story line because of the stuff. You have Dave Canales, a second-year coach who's bright and bubbly, and the ladies like looking at him. You have we gotta keep it a buck. I'm putting on my producer's hat.
There you are.
You got Xavier Legette, who is
a nation's favorite,
probably one of the most affable Panthers players that I've been around in a very long time. Just not even trying.
Yeah.
Then you have other characters on the team like a Robert Hunt. Don't sleep on Clowney. Then you have a fan base that always is going to like fuel a lot of the talk and a lot of the stuff. And you got dope ass media members who are going to help kind of give you the content. I mean, it's the perfect situation.
Talk that talk. And they better use y'all too. They better use
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to do what I do regardless.
Per usual.
So, I've kind of stopped, but they follow me. They be in my DMs, so they saw the tweet.
So let's talk. Who the DM?
No, I ain't got a flex. I'm just saying the NFL.
Oh, you ain't got a flex.
They see my stuff. They see my stuff.
HBO or NFL?
The NFL.
Oh, bet. Oh, yeah, because they use it.
Yeah,
everybody
they see my
stealing y'all stuff. Yeah,
they see my stuff. So HBO does it in conjunction with the league. So yeah, they see it.
I'm mistaken right here. I think we're gonna get picked. I think out of all
I had somebody from the team that was like, no, and I was like, why?
I feel it's because it's that you know how like the Madden thing, you get on the Madden cover, Madden curse, it usually happens.
It wasn't even a player. It was somebody who works within the organization, and that person said that it could take away from their Camp Confidential series. And I said, well, the Camp Confidential series has been ass anyway. Whoa. So give us.
No, it has not.
What?
Nah.
Yes, it has. It has been terrible.
The blueprint is good. I like the blueprint.
The Camp Confidential has been terrible. And
you think so?
I'm sure you have been it ever since the Matt Rule era. That whole series has been completely watered down. Back in the day, it was more so along the lines of like a real HBO. You get to see Bryce Young, and I hated this because last year they showed they showed old boy singing Keisha Cole Love. That pissed me off. Bryce Young did it a year before.
He did that. Yes.
And they didn't even, and the Panthers didn't even show it. Why? Because they didn't want to pay for what it would cost for the licensing on it. Like little stuff like that.
You know how viral that would have went?
Extremely viral, because then you would have seen that. You would have seen even before now, like Bryce has always had personality. Little stuff like that, like stuff like the production of it, the details of it. Like if you like that weak ass Camp Confidential, you'll love Hard Knocks, because Camp Confidential is really just B-roll and a couple of little things. They rode in the car with somebody and did like a behind the scenes video, but it's basically mic'd up players in B-roll.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do that. Carolina Blitz can put that on, and no shade, because I told them this themselves.
I believe
so.
You.
Like, either Camp Confidential got to step it up, or let HBO come in and do the job.
But here's the thing. Here's the teams that are available. You got the Atlanta Falcons, the Seattle Seahawks,
boring.
Tennessee Titans. They about to get a new head coach. I mean, a new GM and all that stuff. So, and Will Levis, we don't want to see mayonnaise.
Are they getting a head coach?
No, Brian Callahan is there.
Yeah, you
And then
can't
and
you
then the
can't do it
Panthers.
if you have a new head coach.
Right. So out of those teams, like it's probably going to be us. It's probably going to be us.
And who was national media talking about the most
Bryce.
at the end
Yep.
of the season?
Bryce Young. Who were they talking about throughout the whole season? Every time he had a press conference, he said something funny. It was always Xavier Legette going up. Everybody is posting Xavier Legette. Clowney's funny. Robert Hunt. Sam Franklin is going to be a surprise and delight for everybody in terms of how he's going to be during camp. Who knows? Some other people that come. If we trade for Garrett Wilson, there's another storyline. It just, to me, it screams Carolina Panthers are going to be on Hard Knocks. And I understand we get this curse thing. I don't really believe in that joint, but things do happen. You know, Christian McCaffrey's on Madden, he gets hurt, all those different things. But it's gonna happen, and that's content for everybody to talk about. And so I get it, because I get that person who was talking on the Panthers, because that's part of your job and that's what you do. But my biggest thing is, like, this gives you an opportunity to be more creative in that space. Find another opportunity to
Thank
find
you.
your own lane.
That's a good way to put it.
Find an opportunity and
That's
find
a
your
good way
own
to put
lane.
it.
Yeah. So like, if they're taking this, what can you do to get either behind the scenes or some more content that HBO can't get? Show your value in a different way. So that's what I would say to that person. Like, find that lane. But yeah, I'm down for it. I'm so down for it. Last thing I want to talk about before we close is the name of this episode is The Elephant in the Room. And that's Black Monday, right? We've talked about this before. Vash, I saw your tweet about another one. Everybody thought you were talking about something else, but I caught game once he was fired. We talked about this last year, Vash. I don't know if you remember, but last year marked history, quote unquote history, for the NFL, because they had a record-breaking 9 minority coaches in the league at that time, right? That's including Dave Canales, Mike McDaniel, which you went viral.
No.
Mike McDaniel counted in their count. Mike McDaniel counted their count. Okay, so that was 9. It was 9. At that particular time last year, it was 4 new head coaches that were hired that were minorities: Gerard Mayo, Antonio Pierce, Dave Canales, and Raheem Morris. Those are the 4 head coaches now. Now, after one season, Gerard Mayo's gone. Now, after one season, so is Antonio Pierce. Now, after one season, the GM of the Titans, Rand Carlton, is gone. We've talked about this Rooney Rule thing before. I have my thoughts about it, but how are you feeling? What are your thoughts on the repercussions of Black Monday, and then also, like, what we're seeing with this Rooney Rule piece?
What about the Rooney Rule?
Do you think the Rooney Rule should stay, or do you think it should go?
I do think it should stay. Because at least they're forced to interview these guys. If there was no Rooney Rule, they wouldn't even interview them.
Yeah.
But the Rooney Rule is not. Listen, a Rooney Rule is not going to fix
the real issue.
the real issue.
The real
The
issue.
Rooney Rule is not going to fix the real issue. It's not going to fix Black coaches from being scapegoated. It's not going to fix biases through owners. It's not going to fix a league that is exclusively owned by white people and the majority white men wanting to put their counterparts in that position of power over their team.
Yeah.
We know what these guys think behind closed doors, and every now and then it'll seep out.
Mm-hmm.
And just like one said, you don't want the inmates running the prison.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that the Texans owner that time?
I think so.
So they want they want their I ain't gonna say what I want to say. Anyways.
Look, what's understood ain't got to be explained. My biggest thing is this. I think that we're seeing so many different examples of why diversity matters in the room. And you hear stuff like this all the time in corporate spaces, right? But when it comes to what I'm going to use the New England Patriots for an example, right? Robert Kraft comes on and says that I did a bad job and I should not have hired Gerard Mayo, all these different things. And you can blame yourself, all those different things. However, you still fired the man. But the reason why diversity matters is read the room, bro. You just sat here and fired a Black head coach. Understanding that you need the Rooney Rule, you need to to interview. I think he said at least 2 black people during the process, and then you interview Pep Hamilton and the other black guy, I can't think of his name, on the same day, and then you post something on social media saying, "We just interviewed 2 black guys for the head coach position," knowing good and well you're not going to hire another black man in there, especially in Boston and New England. And it's like diversity, like have somebody needs to be in the room. We need diverse perspective, diverse voices, diverse people in these spaces, in these rooms, to be able to let people know, hey, you know what? That may not be a smart thing to do, or to post that, or to do, or you know what I'm saying? Like, so I appreciate the Rooney Rule for giving minorities an opportunity to get in the room with these people. However, I feel like it's becoming a checkbox task to owners and to teams, and I don't like that feeling.
I have a problem with the word minorities because all quote unquote minorities are not created equal.
I understand that.
Okay. I just want to put that out there.
I understand that.
Because other minorities, passing minorities, don't get the same treatment as black male coaches.
I understand
So
that. I completely agree.
I want that to be out there.
I understand that. I was using minority to in that particular
I
state.
know.
Completely agree with
I
you.
know.
Don't act like you know me.
I know that's why you were using it. That's what the Rooney Rule. I mean, it says specifically minority coaches, and so I understand that. But I think that for the purposes of what we're talking about, there's a distinction.
I don't know if it's something that needs to happen in the NFLPA, even us, a players association. I don't know if it's something that needs to be created, or a conversation needs to be had to really stop ignoring the elephant in the room. But I'm tired of this checkbox task of like, okay, we did it. Now we can go get the guy we really want. I just don't like that feeling. And you could tell, like, shout out to this was breaking news earlier today too. Shout out to Anthony Glenn, the defensive coordinator from the Detroit Lions. He actually, because of all this stuff going on, he actually rejected the New England Patriots interview today.
Good for him.
Out of all, he accepted all the other ones, but rejected the New England Patriots one because
Good
of
for
all
him. That's a real one right there.
That's how you.
I heard he's going to New Orleans anyway, so be ready for that.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
that's interesting, because that man know how to scheme up a defense. So that's
I'm trying to tell you now.
that he know how to scheme up. He no joke. I ain't gonna hold you.
Be ready for that one.
That's a good one. It said we are past sensitivity training. We need to be in a room where it happens. Absolutely. Like they're in the front office needs to be people to say, hey, wait a minute. Like this doesn't look right.
But the owner ultimately makes a decision.
Agreed. And we understand that. But these conversations need to be had. And so I just wanted to make sure we said that. Real quick, are you shocked about Evero staying? I wanted to ask you that because I know we've talked about Evero before.
I'm shocked that Evero staying.
You said what now?
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts on it? Do you think, even though he fired some of his staff yesterday?
So what? He fired the homies. He had to do something.
He said one look.
But I just don't understand. You cannot be last in every statistical category, basically, on the defense. I don't care who you lose. And then keep your job. Not on Vashti's team.
But you can't. How can you make hibachi without the ingredients? He didn't have a lot of his players with an injury, and you scheming up stuff, and he's not.
Who's scheming up stuff? That's the problem. Evero, the Panthers did not have the personnel to run his scheme. So if you don't have the personnel to run your scheme, you have to change your scheme. And Evero was stubbornly married to his scheme, or he didn't have the ability, or he didn't have the ability. He didn't know how to change his scheme.
Yeah.
Either he didn't want to, or he didn't know how to. And so it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
So you can't be stubborn to a scheme that isn't working. And when you are a defensive coordinator on the highest level in football and in sports, you have to be able to adapt and be creative. And he didn't adapt. And so for me, that is inexcusable. Understanding that he was missing his some key pieces, absolutely.
Huge pieces.
But you can't be stubborn to a scheme that isn't like maybe next year. All right, we got our guys back. Well, let's revamp it. But like, you cannot be stubborn to a scheme that isn't working.
Yeah,
you can't do it.
I think the biggest thing.
And I don't like the way he has his corners play off of 10 yards off that prevent defense. JC not shadowing the top receiver.
Agreed.
Like, it just seems real. And
vanilla.
I'm not. There are people with a lot more football knowledge to me, but I'm just the eye test. Some things make sense and some things don't. And it just didn't make sense for me. I would love for him to prove me wrong.
I think
but
I completely agree with you. I think it's bigger than that as well. I think, to me personally, the way I'm looking at it, I think it was chess, not checkers, for Dan Morgan, Dave, and Brant. Is the key word for me when I saw that he was staying was stability, right? For to bring in somebody again, the same type of coordinator, when you're going to free agents trying to do that, they know exactly what they need to work on, and you have a stable place, a stable staff, everyone stays, all the leaders are still there. And now Dan and Brant and Dave can focus all of their attention to the offseason, free agency, draft, all those things, instead of going through it a third year in a row of trying to hire these coaches again. So that's how I thought about it. And I was like, give him another chance, because even if Evero left, I don't know if anybody's going to pick him up this year, because you just had.
They not, because who would and why would they?
Exactly.
He could have called up his homie Robert Salah and been like, bruh, let's team up.
I thought he was going to do that. I thought that was going to happen.
That's what I thought he was going to do too.
I'd have been down for it.
And then also, I asked these guys what they thought about Evero. Nobody was like, yo, he's good. We need to keep him.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't seem like Clowney likes him at all.
So I saw your video on that. He was like, yeah, he's cool. He's a good guy. Yeah. Like, it was, that's all I saw.
Did not say he was a good coach. Oh, he cool.
He said good guy. He didn't say good coach.
Right. I said he didn't say anything about good coach. Like, that's when somebody asks you about somebody that you don't really, I mean, they straight, but he cool.
I mean, Clowney was going back in coverage at some points, and I'm just like, that's not his game. But if you don't have a personnel, so I think this is like this is a prove it opportunity for him. I don't know if the defense is not, and I'm praying that it doesn't happen. But if defense comes out stale like that again, I don't know if he makes it a whole season. But we'll see.
And then if that's the case, they should have gotten rid of him already.
That's why I said I hope it doesn't happen. But we'll see. All right, so for those, reminder, throw it in the chat if y'all want. If there's a movie, if there's a show or album or a song that you want Vashti, Shad, and myself to review and to discuss on this podcast, make sure y'all drop those in the comments. Also, next week, we didn't do it this week, but next week we're gonna do pregame deep cuts. So we're gonna find 3 artists or 3 songs that are not mainstream, that are in your playlist, that you rock with, that you want to share with the pregame family. All right. So either 3 artists or 3 songs that are not mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Something that people may not know about. People may know about if you're a music head like Vashti. We're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna maybe we'll play a little bit of it just to kind of get a vibe for it, like we did with White Amy today. But make sure y'all do that. Vashti, I appreciate you. We about to be out of here, y'all. Make sure, look, we got 5 whole days of football to watch. I know the Notre Dame and Penn State game on right now, so I'm about to go watch that. And then the wild card playoffs start tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune in. We'll talk about that next week. But it's been fun. We out of here, y'all. Peace.